Australia's state cricketers will have to defy the trend of the past decade if they are to deliver what national selection chairman Trevor Hohns really wants. Hohns made it clear while unveiling the Test squad for this week's Ashes opener that the selectors were tired of inconsistent and underperforming batsmen in the Sheffield Shield. That frustration has been exacerbated through the opening 3 rounds of this summer's competition, where only Western Australian Cameron Bancroft produced what Hohns had craved: a series of imposing knocks. Bancroft delivered successive half-centuries against a Test-quality New South Wales attack last week and backed up with a double century against a 4-man South Australian pace attack regarded as the most reliable in the Shield. Hohns has declared he wants batsmen belting down the door to force their elevation into the Test side, and the best way to do that is to post a 1,000-run Shield campaign, something which was a common trait through the late 1980s. When the selectors wanted a settled lineup after years of pain, and through the 1990s when Australia rose to dominance. Through the dominant period of 1999 to 2005-06, a dozen batsmen scored more than 1,000 runs, with Victorian Matthew Elliott doing it twice. Others included Darren Lehmann, Simon Kaddish, Jamie Cox, Stuart Law and Jimmy Mayer. Many of the dozen batsmen were annually prolific but could still not break into the Test side, something Victorian and South Australian batsman Jamie Siddons had experienced years earlier. Brad Hodge and Mike Hussey had plundered 10,000 first-class runs before they were given a call-up. Contrast this to the past decade, where only 5 batsmen spread over 3 seasons have had 1,000-run campaigns since 2007-08. Simon Kaddish and David Hussey did so in 2007-08. Michael Klinjot and Chris Rogers followed the summer later, while it was until 2014-15 that the feat was enjoyed again, with Adam Voges joining the prolific Klinjot, who enjoyed the feat for a second time. That Klinjot and Hussey were never to play a Test has been pointed out by those in state ranks that scoring a mountain of runs is no guarantee of earning a baggy green cap. It's all very well to say that the bar needs to be raised, but look at last year's leading run scorers. Only Cartwright was in the frame for Test selection against England, one state official said. Sometimes a talent comes through that needs to be picked, but there have been too many players chosen for Australia who haven't done enough for their states. The 5 leading domestic run scorers last summer were Ed Cowan, 959 at 73.76, 3 centuries, Hilton Cartwright, 861 at 53.81, 2 centuries, George Bailey, 839 at 59.92, 2 centuries, Marcus Harris, 808 at 42.52, 2 centuries, and Moise Henrique, 775 at 64.58, 2 centuries. Hohns said he wants contenders to bat for time, but could categorically claim the advent of 2020 cricket was to blame for the issues in this area. However, he made it clear what he wants. Not mediocre performances, we want to raise the bar, some of them belting the door down with performances to keep the pressure on the boys that have been chosen, and I think that will make our whole competition, our whole Australian set up a lot stronger, if there is good competition for positions, he said.